I'll have to start you back a little bit because a lot of what you see here today is reflective of my past. My past was first started in New York City, and I had the pleasure of working in-house for a large company, and we did promotions and things like that, and then went on to package design and licensing and things of that nature. And I just really enjoyed it, and I felt very natural at that. Fast forward, moved to the country in Pennsylvania, bought a farm, and was an organic sheep farmer for 20 years. So there are these chapters that are pretty clear in my life where, you know, I lived in the city, then I was a farmer, raised my children, then my children left. And it was kind of, well, what do I do now? And it's recreating yourself. This opportunity came in front of me, and I kind of looked at this toffee, and I thought, what can I do with this toffee? And what will make my brand stand out against anybody else? So what I did was I researched, and I bought every toffee that I could find. I brought it to my house. I opened the boxes. I had a whole sheet, and I had a value system, flavor, style, texture, the whole deal. And I thought, okay, this is my competition. So then I went to chocolate shows, and I thought I need to improve the chocolate because of my kind of values for good things. I did not want just ordinary toffee or ordinary chocolate. So I went to these very high-end chocolate shows, and I tasted and tasted chocolate till I thought I was going to get sick. I found this very high-end Belgian chocolate, and then a Swiss chocolate, and then finally a white chocolate. And you don't hear much about white chocolates in toffees, but I thought it would be kind of fun to have that. It wasn't like I was a foodie. I mean, I enjoy food, but I wasn't, I should say, a confectioner. I just thought it would be kind of a fun thing to do, and I did it. It's very important, I feel, for women to have a place to work and to feel safe. And when I say feel safe, I mean that they can trust others and talk to others. And so when this business was started, I felt that it was very important to be able to bring women in that had children of all ages, and also very young women. I mean, there were, you know, we have high school women working at Scamps, as well as 50-year-old women. And it's a wonderful culture because we all are tying, we're all making toffee. There's this whole communication that happens. The younger women learn from the older women, and there's funny stories, and there's tales, and it's exchanges about raising children, and it's not an easy thing. Life is not easy. When you can have a safe environment where women feel they can confide in others, it's a healthy environment. Yes, I mean, the perfect example is, I mean, everybody used to make fun of me, but the hardest part of this kind of branding and this business was to teach all the women the things that were important to me in the packaging. So we would have lessons, and it was always hysterical because everybody would come in and would say, I can't tie bows, I can't tie bows. And I would say, you can tie a bow. And so we would have these little lessons, and the goal was always to have a happy bow. To this day, whenever a new girl comes in, everybody says you have to have a happy bow. And literally, if you ever tied a bow, you would see that some of these bows would go kind of sideways, or they're just kind of flat, and they look kind of sad. And so we have this whole kind of way of tying that the bows are just perky and happy. It's very important, and it's our culture, and it's also our brand. And every package that you receive from Scamps Toffee is hand-tied to this day. Chocolate, people love chocolate when they're really, really happy and when they're really, really sad. And chocolate kind of transcends all moods. And that was the other part that was always very appealing to me, because we all want to share sweetness and delight with all of our friends and family, and this product allows that to happen. I think it's work ethic. I think you have to know that this is not easy. If it were so easy, everybody would do it. Don't get discouraged. Oh, but everybody does toffee, or whatever that is. Let's say you want to go into fashion. Well, so many people can do fashion, or so many people can be photographers. Yes, that's true, and that will always be true. You just have to know that what you're doing is what feels good for you and stick to it. We become defeated that our idea isn't original, or our idea isn't unique. Toffee's not unique or original. It's been around forever. And yet, here we are today talking about this. So don't become discouraged about what you can't do. Become encouraged by what you can do. I think it's extremely important for people to know that. It's not easy. This is not easy. I think the number one thing is to have a product and stick to it. Figure it out. Take your time. Research. You're going to go forward, and there's going to be some changes as you go, because you'll learn that, oh, I can't manufacture it this way, or this is more expensive than I thought. Those kinds of lessons. Get a product, get an idea, stick to it, and go along the path. The other thing is financially. No matter how much money you think you need, you will need probably 4 times that. Because to deliver this product, it just can't be sitting on my toffee can't just be out here on this counter. It has to be packaged. It has to be boxed. Somebody has to do it. You can't do it all. You can't do it all by yourself. You need to have people that will, in fact, help you do this. So you have to be aware of what it takes to actually manufacture it. Quite frankly, you can't know what you don't know. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. You will have setbacks. It will be difficult. There is nothing that, I think the number one thing is I had no idea how hard it would be. And I think that that's important to understand that when you're starting out. It's all going to be kind of cute and fun until it's not. Keep to the mission, whatever that is, for your product. Have enough money and realize you're going to make mistakes, because you cannot help but not make mistakes. I mean, quite frankly, I never graduated college. You know, I hopped around all over the place. I went to 3 different colleges. I was in art. I was in, I thought I wanted to be an educator. That failed terribly. Then I was in art, but what aspect of art? I was in interiors. I was in space design. So I had a checkered past. The truth is that I got in New York, and in those days you could just go in and kind of prove yourself, and if you did a good job, you got the job. So I was lucky. I was able to get in the door, and then I proved myself. And then I took that and I just leveraged it, and I just kept going up, up, up the ladder. And I think that if you have an idea, if you have a passion, you can make it work. I mean, I remember when I bought this building, and I was overjoyed with, I did this, I have this building now. This is real. There's no turning back, baby. I mean, this is real. And there's something very rewarding about the fact that you have built this up from nothing to something. And that is an amazing feeling. The difficulties are, it is all on you. Your employees aren't going to pull you out. They will help you, but they don't own the business. If that's too much pressure, or if that's not what you signed up for, do not go into your own business. It comes back to having a certain kind of view on beauty. And it doesn't matter what you do in your life. When you kind of define what gives you pleasure or what makes you tick, that philosophy or that knowledge can be taken through all aspects of your life. Just because I have a candy shop or confectionery shop or a toffee shop doesn't mean it can't be beautiful. So I think that it's important to understand who you are, what makes you tick, and how you tick, so that you can then kind of pull that out of yourself in every position in your life or place in your life.